So does this go is it like a number 2? Like you go all the way
Yeah,
around?
sometimes it's a number 1 if I'm brave. Yeah.
And then all the way. Okay.
That's right. Yeah. It
So
just depends how cold it is outside. I started working for an architectural firm when I was 15 years old. So
wow.
they gave me an apprenticeship where I worked for 4 days of the week, and they paid for my college fees 1 day of the week.
Awesome.
So I did that for 4 years.
In Glasgow?
That was actually in Aberdeen.
Okay.
Aberdeen's about 2 hours drive north of... There you
awesome.
go. Yeah, it's called the Granite City.
Got it.
The Granite City.
Cool.
Yeah.
City of Roses.
That's right. Yeah.
So Dubai, Turks and Caicos, and so that just led to. So do you do mostly architecture, interior design, the whole spiel,
A bit of both. I guess I started off in an architectural field, and then about 10 years ago I was focused on interiors, and then coming back when we moved to the Caribbean.
Say interiors again.
Interiors.
Oh.
Am I rolling the R's? Oh dear. So it's a bit of both. I'd say 50-50. Bit of architectural, bit of interiors, and I like it that way.
So you're with a firm now, or how does this?
No, when we moved back from the Caribbean a year and a half ago.
You poor thing.
I know, life's hard. We moved back to Newfoundland, just to, it was a kind of transitional year, and we decided to start up our own firm in Newfoundland.
Yeah.
But we realised after living there, we did want to move back to Toronto, so 5 weeks ago we moved back.
Very charming.
Wow. Funny on the job story. Working down in Turks and Caicos Islands, I've got a couple of funny stories. The first one was one of my friends down there. He's a project manager, and he was working on a custom residence, a lovely $1.5 million custom residence, and he needed the guys to paint. It came to that phase in the project where they had to paint.
It actually got to that phase.
It actually got there, yeah, probably about a year behind schedule, but
yeah.
it got there. And so he left instructions for the guys. He said, look guys, I want you to paint this entire room. We're behind schedule, and I'm going to leave for the day. I'm going to come back.
Mistake number 1.
Yeah, I think so, yeah, warning signs. So he came back 8 hours later after leaving, instructions, just paint everything you see. There's no accent wall, just paint it all builder's beige, really easy.
Yeah.
Anyway, he comes back 8 hours later. He walks into the door, through the room, and to his astonishment, the guys had painted every single surface builder's beige. And I mean, windows, glass, window frames, window sills, hardware. The guys had literally painted every single surface of the room builder's beige. Not maliciously.
Right.
They just said, well, that's what you told us to do.
We'll follow orders.
Exactly. Yeah. So,
wow.
Can you believe that?
So what did they do?
I guess they had to get a mop and some soapy water and get to work.
They're scraping paint off of windows, and they're scraping paint off of windows. Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa,
So that's one little silly story. Another one was when I used to visit sites. If it was midday, 12 o'clock, it was amazing to see, but exactly at 12 o'clock on the dot, these guys would pick up their lunchbox, have a sandwich, the guys working on site, and when they finished their sandwich, they would just basically drop to the ground and fall asleep, wherever they were standing.
Was it like opium meat of kind?
I don't know what it was. Maybe it was the heat. I don't know. But so it was such a surreal experience. You would arrive on site at 12 o'clock midday to do a deficiency report, and you'd be walking over all these dead bodies, as it were, scattered around the construction site. It was like
siesta time.
Yeah, or a massacre. One of the, I don't know. It was
They
very
had a little
strange.
too much feather in your cap story.
Feather in my cap
Waking those
story.
guys up.
Yeah, that was a challenge. So we just had to make a leap of faith at the end of the day, and we went for it. And we were very scared because we didn't know what we were letting ourselves in for. We'd never been there.
Yeah.
We hadn't visited the place.
It's warm.
It is warm.
Yes,
that helps.
That's
a
bikinis.
bonus. That helps. It's a bonus.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. You're paying me?
So, I would call that a story that I'm proud of, and that working in that job gave me the confidence. I was an architectural projects manager for the firm. It was just a small firm, 5 people, but that allowed me to be launched off into the deep end and learn everything about the design business, not just architecture design, but marketing, business development, accounting, invoicing, things that I hadn't really been exposed to in the past. So that then gave me the confidence to start our own company when we moved back to Canada. and my
Awesome.
wife was my partner. She's an interior designer,
Yeah.
and so we were quite proud of that.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Was it everything that it was cracked up to be? Because it sounds so great. We're gonna go work in the Caribbean, and then I always hear these stories that you're not. You're paid.
No, that's definitely a point.
It's tough.
For the first 18 months, it was amazing.
Yeah.
But what people tend to get after a while is island fever.
Sure.
The population is only 20,000 people on the island. There's no shopping malls. There's not much of a social infrastructure.
Yeah.
And
there's no Guinness.
No! How do you know that?
So
you know things.
I was going to ask you. Why did you come back?
For the Guinness, of course.
Yeah. Did you?
Yeah.
Is that what,
Okay, Mrs. O.
Mrs.
I have
O.
a challenge for you. Our clients here have a townhouse, and
Okay.
it's a 1,300 square foot townhouse. This is the main living floor space. We have to finish this by Monday. It's Friday today. This is more of a space planning challenge. The problem I'm having is where to place everything on the layout, because
so give me a suggestion.
well, as you can see, the problem is there's not much solid wall space.
Mm-hmm.
There's glazing here. There's a small window there. That's open stair with a handrail.
Nice.
But the problem is our clients have one sofa, 2 accent chairs, a coffee table, but they also have a fireplace and a TV that they need to place.
Whoa.
And because of the lack of wall space, I'm struggling to know what to do. So I was just wondering if you could sprinkle some of that Olsen magic dust and see what you could do.
Here we go. So fireplace.
The fireplace, yeah.
Is this a townhouse where somebody is right next door?
Yes, they're
Because,
actually on the other side.
Because that would really make them upset if we vented their fireplace. So can we do a fireplace? Get out.
Yes.
I was the one.
He's the one.
I was the
I
one.
only got hit in the eye once. It was awesome.
You know how?
Do that.
You know the logistics of juggling with a cuboid instead of a spherical object? Oh my god.
Don't you know?
This is such a challenge. I wasn't prepared for this. I'm sweating beads right now. There we go. I'll try with 2.
Oh, with one hand. Oh, so how would you learn that?
You know what? My uncle is a magician.
Really?
Yeah.
It's good you're not showing a demo.
Oh, they're very, oh, very good.